Hello everybody and welcome to XASCAR on GGR TV. Here tonight, I'm in the wonderful GGR TV booth with my good friend Tyson Gifford. Hello Tyson.
Hello, Ethan.
Tonight on tap for everybody we have the XASCAR Smoky Mountain Truck Series at iRacing SuperSpeedway. The first, I guess you could say, SuperSpeedway event covered by GGR TV, so should be a fun one. iRacing SuperSpeedway is a pretty neat track. I always liked racing here because it's, I don't know, I just always thought it's fun. I don't know how many races you've done here, Tyson, but what do you think is going to be a big factor tonight?
Well, I've done approximately 0 races on the iRacing service here, but I have raced here before on the ever popular NASCAR racing season 2003 installment. And this track is very interesting. Very high banks, very long 3 mile track, and really it's that type of track that the drivers like to say that they love, but they get 5 laps into a run and they're like, man, this track is actually a little more intuitive than just holding it flat out and going down.
Yeah,
You have a really
exactly.
big dip. You have a really big dip going into the corner that really upsets the car no matter what. If it's a car or a truck, it really upsets it, and you can't really just hook the bottom. You kind of just have to run a very weird line where it looks like you're running the middle of the track, but you're not, and you just have to like kind of bank your way in. Very strange. I feel like what you might see is probably going to be a little similar to some tandem drafting, maybe some 3 car, 4 car breakaways that we may see, but that all depends on if we go green for long enough because I can't imagine that we enter turn one. Now, every time I say this, it gets reverse jinx. So I'll just say it. But every time we enter like turn one here, no matter if I've seen it with good drivers, with like a lot of bad drivers, and I mean with this truck series with a very mixed bag, I would say you're gonna see potentially some calamity into turns one and maybe even into turn three when everybody's up to speed. At low speed, the bump really doesn't affect you, but turn three is really where the bump hits you. And we've seen a lot of people just get upset going through that corner, their trucks getting upset doing that. And I don't necessarily think it's a driver issue. It's just a track issue and knowing how to drive the track.
Yeah, this track is surprisingly challenging. But I think just a couple of things to look out for once we actually get into this race. Um, in the truck series, I've noticed a lot of times if the pack gets thinned out and there actually is some longer runs, sometimes I've seen it come down to tandem drafting, which some of these guys aren't going to be accustomed to because obviously, so these things they don't run the plate package here. They run the unrestricted, just regular, whatever package. They don't have the bumper extenders and all that kind of other stuff they have at plate tracks, so they can actually lock bumpers and push way longer than they could at a normal plate track such as Daytona or Talladega. So tandem drafting is something to look out for here in these trucks. And then another thing is we've heard a lot of the drivers say that they don't want to be possibly even in the top 10 coming to the white flag just because of it's one of those places where the runs are so big and it gets so crazy that you really don't know what's going to happen on that white flag. And here, see qualifying kicking off. Let's see if we can find anyone on track.
Absolutely agree with all those points that you made. And also, what did we get note that the fuel run was?
The fuel run, yeah, the fuel run. So there's a 45 lap race,
Yep.
and the fuel run is
40,
about
42 or 45 circuits around this wonderful track.
yeah something like that. The fuel run's about 15 laps, so it's looking like we're gonna have a two-stop race no matter what.
That
Possibly three if it's 45, but I don't think it's that long. So two-stop
that'll
race.
make things interesting. I genuinely feel like you'll see maybe one green flag pit stop, and we saw people practicing their pit entries earlier today, but I don't know. It's just going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out.
And
How this really
I think green flag stops here are really fun. As you can see, different lines being run. Maynard ran on the bottom, coming to start his laps, and Mission Marshall was on the wall. But green flag pit stops here are always entertaining because you have to go down You come off turn 4, and the drop off, you can see it right there from the track just to the apron is insane, and you're slowing down. Like even in the trucks, you're going 205 by yourself. I don't know if I can pull up the speed. Yeah, no, to show you speed, but they're going like 210 by themselves. So in the draft, they're going like 230. And so you're coming off the turn 4 at 230. You have to get down to 65. It's quite intense, but the timing line to start pit road is further in. It's actually past the start of the pit wall, so it's further in than you think. So it's really easy to slow down too much. It's also really easy to not slow down enough.
And what should also make things intriguing, you don't see many tracks built like this where the banking is honestly Maynard goes first overall. Wow. Um, so the banking is built level, or at the very least, the bottom lane is built level with the bottom of the track. It's built upwards, the banking is, rather than being dug into the ground like most tracks are. Daytona, Talladega, they kind of level it out. Like the middle lane is level with it. But this track here, they've dug in like the lower ground lane that goes below what you would be running on the straightaways. But then the rest of the banking is built upwards. So it makes for interesting runs because most tracks it kind of levels off. Like typically you see the high lane getting the run because of just physics and how it works, but you'll really get a run off the corner because you are literally going downhill.
Jason Marshall goes P1 after his lap, his second lap. The second lap here is faster. Saw some drivers running the bottom on their out lap. I don't agree with that. I think a track like this, AJ Hyder jumps to the top of the board. Benjamin or Aiden Walker, I don't know why they haven't changed his name. Aiden Walker's P2. But we see this is one of those tracks you have to run the wall. It takes so long to get up to speed. You're still gaining speed by the time you hit the start finish line to start your lap. Oscar Enriquez out there. And we do have a new award this week. The slowest driver to put down a time. So not the guy who qualifies last, because some of those guys don't put down times, but the slowest driver to set a lap will be the Dud Pole Award winner. So I guess it's the pole for last place. So we're going to see who's going to earn that this week. It's looking like it's going to be Austin Doran right now if everything goes accordingly. He is behind Maynard by 1/1000th of a second. Well, we're going to look at Larry Miles here. So he's trying to go crack inside the top 10. He's 10th right now. Oh, he's going on pit road. Oh, I think he was just practicing his
Practicing a
signature.
signature, man.
Oscar Enriquez, 17th.
As much as, as much as I do love me a good qualifying session, plate track qualifying is just not my favorite.
All right, and so it looks like our first ever Dud Pole Award winner is going to be Austin Doran. So, congratulations to him on being our Dud Pole Award winner. So I'm going to pull up a... That's not Jamie. Okay, well anyway. We're going to get that intro rolling, and I will be right back.
Pit road is open. Eric. Well, Nate, they're trying to make the most of a frustrating day.
Oh, come on. Are you serious? How did you find last there?
I'm going to try to get you going just a little bit.
Do your job, I'll do mine, okay?
Shake it off there, pull your belt tight. Go, 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 go.
Tony? How you feeling, bud?
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke. I'd like to teach the world to sing.
All right, and we are back here. Let's get this. Let's check out the starting grid for you guys today. Let's see. So starting on the pole is AJ Hyder with a 50.134, and he went 211 miles an hour. Joining him on the front row is Aiden Walker, Benjamin A. Walker. Ugh. Row 2's got Logan Shore and Brandon Thomas. 3 has James USA and Marcus Vanderlei. Ryan Kane and Gavin Austin share row number 4. Hold on. There it is. Nicholas Mario Garcia is a 9th. I've never seen that guy before. He must be making his XASCAR debut. Yay! Larry Miles in 10th. Brad Swinsky, Eric Howell on row number 6. Michael Tillis, John Moeller on 7. On row 8, Harry Mitchell and Jason Marshall. Oscar Enriquez and Max Steinmeier on row 9. Question mark? Yeah, row 9. Chase Gibbons and Hunter Collier on row 10. And then here's the rest of the field. Austin Doran was the last truck to set a time, and the rest of these guys did not attempt a lap.
I will say, at a track like this, it is very unbeneficial or not beneficial to run a qualifying lap. It might be good to get a shakedown of your truck, but in the grand scheme of things, you really don't want to run a qualifying lap because you're, with the nature of how this race is going to play out, you want to make it to the end. And sure, leaving laps is cool, but I mean, we've seen how these guys race on plate tracks, and we do have some aggressive people, and we do have some not so aggressive people. But even the aggressive people, I've been hearing queuing up on the radio saying, you know what, I might not be as aggressive today. And then we also have Jonathan Maynard and some other guys that are potentially going for the win. So it's going to be really interesting. I would certainly stay in the back, at least for the first pit cycle, and then try to work your way through the front, see if you're able to do that.
Well, here we come to fire off into the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are off at iRacing SuperSpeedway. It's a pretty even start for the front couple of rows heading down to turn 1. This is where we're going to start to see the action as they dive down into turn 1. Hit that dip. I don't think we
Nobody getting
there.
unsettled quite yet. Brandon Thomas going to the outside.
He's
really
bailing.
kind of, yeah, he's really going to bail to the outside. Lots of people going to bail. This is when the people that didn't qualify, like the front row, are going to be like, okay, we're dipping out of here. But the pack has really formed together quite nicely, which should make it interesting. Going into turn 3.
Marcus Vanderlei pushing Aiden Walker. He pulls down Vanderlei down in front of AJ Hyder. They get clear. The outside length here, I think, is the preferred lane, but if there's enough cars on that inside, it can hold on. Oh, a big block by Marcus! And they're already junking the whole field. Oh my gosh. On lap 1, that was just unnecessary. Marcus Vanderlei threw a block on, I think it was the 9 of Connor Chavari.
That
We
was
got a lot of trucks, a lot of good trucks torn up early. Let's.
I can see why you want to take that block because you want to get the momentum. But until we see the replay, I just genuinely don't see a reason why you should be making that.
I don't get it.
Your car was all right. Let's look at it. Your truck was already unsettled coming off the corner, and then in addition, you're blocking the lane with momentum. He already made a ballsy move right here. He's lucky Hyder was backing off, trying to get the run.
Yeah, I would have just sat in line, given the push to Aiden, but he wanted to lead, and he just pulls up in front of the 9. The 9. Oh, I see what happened. So Marcus pulled up to block the 9. Oh my gosh, big hit for the 12. He's done. Marcus is done. Most of these guys are in this are done. Oh, last there's Jay Mulder getting a piece of it. But I mean, he He pulled up in front of the 9. The 9 checked up, and the guy behind the 9 did not check up. That's, I don't know who that is.
That's a 97.
Diego Roldan. So we're going to go, see if we get a different angle of this. Yeah, from above.
And in that situation, you're not expecting the lift coming off of turn 4, lap 1, because somebody's throwing a block
No,
like
yeah,
that.
no, I don't blame him. It's just, it's such a strange time to block. Yeah, Diego gets into the 9. That's the 12. The 30 gets into the, everyone's getting into everyone back there. Let's see.
And that was a very slow block, too. It's not like he was moving with aggression to try and go up the track either, which makes it very strange, but also like it's like he didn't know what he was doing, or like didn't know what he wanted to do.
And back
He
here in
didn't
the
know if he wanted.
back, sorry, but there's a lot of checking up, and it looks like some of these guys just started running into each other, which you see happen on play tracks a lot, but it's just, the wreck was happening for a while, I think, and
Nobody breaks there. Like, look at that.
yeah, these
Everyone thought that
guys,
they could just gas it through.
there's Brad Sawinski in it. I mean, we're going to go, I think Jay Mulder was in it, and he was in like last, so we're going to see if we get a Jay Mulder on board here. No, I don't think I can see him. No, we got him. Jay Mulder we do not have. Alright. So here is on board with Bradley Swinsky.
Brad's already bailing out of this. He sees the mess that's happening, and then he still gets involved in it, which is quite unfortunate.
And he's stopping, and he's just getting.
He's the only one that's checking up for the wreck.
Yeah, he's just getting run over.
He's getting doored.
He might not have too much damage, but you're going so fast here, any little bit of arrow is gonna hurt you. Such a shame to see. But so. I don't know if we're 1 to green, so they're choosing right now. So our new running order right now is Aiden Walker, Jamie Wright, Logan Shore. Did they call it off? I think they called off the restart. No, they didn't. I don't know what's going on. I think we're missing some people. But yeah, it's just too early for that. I mean, technically, it technically wasn't Marcus Vanderlee's fault, but I don't get blocking on lap 1 like that. Just dumb, just really dumb. But now we're here. Let's see, we lost a couple trucks. Let's see. I know for sure. I think we've lost Downey, Ron, and Gavin Austin, I believe. So we're gonna fire her up here. Go back green. Coming off turn 4, heading towards that restart zone. The leader does get to choose where he wants to go in the zone, but usually at these plate tracks, SuperSpeedways, they just tend to go on green.
Green flag, green flag.
Benefits you no more or less if you go in at the end of the box or the start of the box. As there goes Benjamin Aiden Walker in the lead, AJ Hyder in second place. Already Brandon Thomas going to the outside, and it looks like he didn't dip back as far as he wanted to.
Jim
Whoa.
Wright jumps up in front of Brandon. I don't know if he's trying to go, or if he's trying to bail, or if he just couldn't hold the line in the corner. Max Steinmeier getting a little squirrely down there in the bottom. Ooh, Logan Shore putting it in the middle 3 wide, and AJ Hyder goes up top. He's got a big run on the outside. Logan Shore's in the sucker hole. He's going back. I don't know what they're doing in the back.
This is a hornet's nest right now already for the front few positions, and I don't think
Just
any of
see.
these guys. I don't think any of these guys learned from what happened on lap
People
one.
blinky. Turn on the
Ethan Harrison's
blinkers.
computer needs to be blown on as
I
blinking a
know.
little bit. The aliens are transmitting this message, and they're trying to evaporate everybody away from the surface. Makes sense as this is a fictional track, so the fictional aliens are coming to take everybody away and go to a real racetrack. Luckily, tomorrow we go to Gate, or where do we go next tomorrow? For
Tomorrow at 87s we go to Gateway.
Yep, we go to a real racetrack tomorrow.
It's weird. I don't know. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Fix itself. Alright, I think we're back.
The Fortnite trucks are drafting with each other. This should surely not go wrong.
If anyone knows what's making my computer do that, please tell me, and I will fix it. But until then, we're chilling.
The aliens tried to get rid of all the truck drivers in Atlanta, and they couldn't succeed, so they decided lap 6 was when they were going to do it today.
I guess. Maybe my CPU has reached the temperature of Atlanta Motor Speedway surface at last 2 weeks ago's events.
I do love 180-degree track temperatures. There's Christian Visconti.
Yeah, trying to go up the middle. That's what he does best. As that third
Christian.
lane's getting formed up there, one of the Fortnite trucks, and Chase Gibbons. Oh, they're getting squirrely back there in the back.
Christian, I'm going to play it safe today. Visconti is currently in the middle, 3 wide.
Well, he said he wanted to feel it out, so he was going to stay in the back, and then I guess he got enough feel after that first wreck, so he went to the front.
He saw the people. He saw enough people wreck that he was going to go to the front, and I do not blame him.
We have someone in chat cheering for Jason. This is Woo Jason, so I'm not sure that's Jason Marshall, presumably. I don't think there's another Jason, but Sarah Stone says Woo Jason.
Woo Jason is right.
He's in.
Did you know he has a Twitter?
He's in 26. That's Jason.jpg. That's a different guy.
I mean, he might. This Jason might have a Twitter too.
Maybe he does have a Twitter. I don't know, but he's in last. Anyway.
Hey man, he's playing it though.
AJ Hyder.
Already the field's really starting to get spread out, even with this front little pack here, and I think this is going to be the difference between when people pit, honestly, because those people in the back are going to be on a somewhat of a different strategy. Even if they do fuel save enough, they won't be drafting with somebody as much to be able to fuel save as long, so they'll have to probably pit maybe a lap, maybe 2 laps before these guys really need to. And then someone like, yeah, Visconti, James Bomar, Alex Hyder, these guys, it doesn't seem like it with how hard they've been pushing, but at this point in the race, they can very easily fuel save. And with Visconti in the lead, and with Hunter Collier right behind him in the one truck.
He's got a good pusher behind him. Hunter Collier's a good pusher.
And I feel like Visconti can easily go like 90, 95% throttle right here, lay off like just a tiny bit to fuel save
he's
just
got a
as
big
much.
bump. He lifted. You saw that? You saw the flames coming out of the pipes. This Bomar is trying to go to the front. But I agree. I think you could save a little bit of fuel and try and make this run. You could split. I don't know. I think you still got to stop twice. So
At this point, you can very easily split the race in 2.
Yes.
I think you can. I think you're definitely going to see people pitting around lap. I don't know. With the first yellow, we're probably going to see people pitting around lap 18, lap 19.
Yeah,
there were some people that pit earlier because of damage and other things, so you never know. There might have been some people that took gas under that caution.
But if the race is like, if I was in this race and I saw it, if I was thinking it was going to go green, I'd stick to my original strategy and just still pit on 15 and 30.
I agree. I would maybe stretch it to 16 and 32 just to play
agree.
it safe.
Yeah.
Just so then you have that extra little gallon and a half for the green-white checkers. I mean, not pitting once. I mean, cautions breed cautions, especially during green-white checkers. But not pitting once is the difference between a first or a top 5 finish and maybe a top 20 finish for these guys, especially in the trucks, for a green-white checkered. Because if the cautions start stacking up during the green-white checkered and nobody's able to advance, I mean, we might have that one miracle green-white checkered where it goes green, but nobody's able to advance, and then you pitted and you're the sitting duck.
Yeah, the outside lane's having a little trouble getting formed up as Hunter's pushing Visco, but now Hunter's getting put in the sucker hole. Visco jumps up in front of James Bomar. The 44 and the 96 look like they're working really good together. I think Visco is just good with anyone behind him.
I think with anybody in this front pack, really, you've got Visco, you've got, for Visco at least, you have Bomar, you've got Aiden Walker, you've got Downey, you have both Hunter Collier and the
You
other
have
Fortnite truck, Harrison
the lap
Mitchell.
truck of Josh Patterson. I think he might have gotten some damage in that last wreck, or he could have got stuck behind
I do believe he got some damage. I saw him get tapped.
Yeah.
But this is what makes it interesting. It's the iRacing. Whoa,
AJ
Patterson
Hyder,
was holding the bottom line, and AJ
yeah,
Hyder decided to take it onto the apron.
that's gonna mix it up.
That's not
4 wide per
optimal.
second.
That just hands Visco the lead and the bottom lane. They gifted it to him on a silver platter. But they think this is what the thing is with the iRacing damage model, especially that you're gonna get the slightest amount of damage, and it's not gonna ruin your race. But if you are starting in the back, you just aren't gonna be able to hang on to the pack like you would be at a Daytona or a Talladega with the non-plate package that we're running right here.
Harrison Mitchell made a funky move, but yeah, no, you're just going so fast. Like I wish I could pull up the speed. I just don't think there's a way to pull up the speed, but. But you saw, like in qualifying, they were going 211, and usually in the draft, these trucks go 20, almost 30 miles an hour faster. So they're going probably somewhere near 230 in this draft. And when you're going that fast, even the smallest dent can make a big deal.
And it's very possible that pushing, will give you those little 0x's. A lot of those go a long way. If you're somebody that's sitting behind somebody the entire race pushing and you get out in front, iRacing likes to make your truck a parachute for whatever reason, especially at a track especially at a track like this where it's not 100%, it's not a plate package. It doesn't register that this is not a plate track, so it just thinks that, oh, you're getting front bumper damage, so it'll make your front end a parachute. So for somebody like Hunter Collier, or right at the moment right now, Aiden Walker, somebody who's been pushing the entire time, you're going to see something like, oh, they get out in front and they just aren't able to capitalize on the opportunity, which...
Yeah, you can already see, like what I was talking about earlier, tandems. It's not really full tandems, but in order to, if you get a big enough push, as Hunter Collier pulls down in front of Christian Visconti on the bottom, should pass James Bomar here, but tandems can be a big deal. If you get locked together, you can stay together for about a lap, I think, and be able to clear some cars. Visco is trying to go back to the lead.
It's just going to be like 2001 or 2011 and 2012, where you just got to find your guy, find who your best work with for the final stint. And this is, this little beginning stage where we might start to see some pit stops soon, as we're on lap 16.
Very soon.
But you're going to definitely see, you're going to definitely see people working with a lot of different guys. I know Hunter Collier and Harrison Mitchell, they are definitely going to work with each other towards the end. But Hunter Collier, this little setup right now, they're working with somebody else, seeing who they're able to work with. And
Bomar gets down there in a second.
And for Hunter Collier right there, like that was just a very good experimental move of like, okay, that's how low I can go into the corner. I know I will lose ground if I hit there.
Visco threw a block on Bomar, and he's definitely dragging the brakes in front of him. I'm gonna pull up and crank it up because we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see if we can hear any of these drivers calling out their pit stops. So this is Crank It Up on GGR TV.
What the hell?
Hey, I don't know. I'm ready to pit.
I'm not. I'm going for a bit.
Second pack, when do we pit?
I'm gonna probably try making it one more lap at most.
Man, I got 3 laps left.
I'm going in the time after this time.
Betting on this time. By the way, where do you brake? I don't know, Heidegger, we'll do it together, but 47 this time.
Yes. From 16th to 21st, when do we want to pit?
I'm pitting this time. 58 going in this time. Pit stop.
56 going in this time.
Stay in.
73 pitting. Sorry, but I didn't know where the code was.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, come on.
And you saw it right there. John Mulder getting onto pit road. I think he got hit from behind or something. The caution is out. A lot of these guys on pit road, a lot of guys stayed out.
On the apron.
This is going to be a big shakeup right here.
That's huge. I expected there to be a yellow of some flavor underneath this pit cycle, but that is crazy. I did not expect it to be right when the yellow came out. So that's going to be very interesting.
Come on,
It might not flip it out too much, but man.
Yeah, I was trying to miss everybody in front of me braking and swerved the wrong way.
So you heard John Mulder right there on the radio say he didn't hit the brakes hard enough and just swerved to miss everybody. Yeah, and he hit the pit barrels a little bit. Surprised there wasn't a caution until right about there, honestly.
Yeah.
So very interesting to see how it's going to shake out. It looks like all kinds of funky stuff's about to happen right here, but tough to see John Mulder. Probably he might be out of the race, but I don't know. It looks like he's no. I think he's got some wheel damage. I think John Mulder might be out of the race. Tough to see him go like that. He was actually running pretty good. He was up to 17th.
A fan favorite in all of iRacing, I would say, John Mulder. Tough to see him running well like that and being involved in an incident. Not what you want to see, especially with him. Plate tracks, pretty much, I would say, his specialty. He likes running well there. He likes running there, just in general. But the pit strategy was going to get really interesting because we heard Visconti over the radio doing a little bit of coyness, saying, I'm good to go. I'm not going to pit. I've got 3 laps left, and then immediately dives down the next lap along with a better half of the field. So
well, I think it's one of those things. AJ Hyder called out he was going to pit, and he was dragging a couple trucks with him, and they were in that main pack, and I just don't think you can afford. I think this might be one of those situations where if some trucks pit early, they could get an advantage, and you could lose time by staying out on green flag pit stops.
And it's not like tires matter here, but now for these guys under yellow, you can definitely pit again, top off on.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
fair.
will pit again and top off
Do
on
it.
fuel, but you could also maybe run the risk and get 2 tires. I would say honestly, with a track like this, your right side tires might be kind of toast. You might want to change your tires. Maybe if they're at like 90, 91, maybe 89.
Yeah, I'd say like if you didn't take tires when you were pitting just then, come in, take tires now, don't worry about the rest of the race.
Because worst comes to worst, here's the thing: you are already going to be in the back half of the field anyways. Most of these guys know that they're going to be able to drive their way through the field as Bomar stays out, which is very interesting. Yeah, I would take tires because you've got sets laying. Who cares? Like
Yeah.
you take your set, see how much of an advantage it is. If your right sides are
You can make
toasted,
time up in the draft. If you've got a healthy competitive car, all you got to do is hold it wide open and you'll be in the front. That's just how this track works. They stack up fast. So it looks like, who's that last car in line? I see Steinmeier and Logan Shore. So it looks like the top 5 stayed out, maybe? No,
we definitely do have some trucks that are going to take the wave around. I will say
think
because
the six
Omar
are
is the
taking
de
the wave
facto
around.
leader.
Bomar, Steinmeier. I don't know. I think your leader may be Chase Gibbons. I think it is. It's either Chase Gibbons or the 6. We're choosing right here. Maybe not.
Gibbons
Well,
looks like he's. I guess they're
well,
choosing. Yeah.
it's labeling the 6th as the leader, but he definitely didn't choose right there. Like he drove straight through the middle of the track. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I mean, it is his first race in XASCAR. He might not have known about it, but still. I mean, if the standard applies based off some stuff that's happened in the last couple weeks, I think the 6 should be getting an EOL, and Chase Gibbons will be your leader. I could be wrong though. Looks like a lot of people are saving fuel.
That's definitely the move here, especially with that yellow. It's going to really play into where you're going to want to
They've
pit
delayed the
with.
green.
Yeah. You're going to want to pit with at some flavor. It just depends on when. And we mentioned 32, 30 is where you want to pit. I think this pushes it back to like maybe 35, I would say. Give you a nice little. But that would be too soon. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but while we think about it, they've delayed the green, so we're gonna give you a little bit of Choose Your TV side-by-side action.
Zip by and choose our classic double cheeseburger with a medium soft drink or the tangy barbecue shredded chicken sandwich with a medium soft drink, each just $2. Goodbye, everyone. I'll miss you.
All washers and dryers on sale. Get 0% financing until October 2002 and free delivery with mail-in rebate. The top 6 brands, only at Sears. Where else?
Say hello, Crispy Minis Rice Snacks. Goodbye, Mr. Chip. Because once you taste their light, crispy crunch and intense flavors, plain old chips seem a little flat. Quaker Crispy Minis, the rice snack that eats like a chip.
We are the Titans. Remember the Titans is the #1 movie in America. 2 thumbs up. It's a giant of a movie. One of the best films of the year. Remember the Titans. Rated PG. Now playing.
Discover the most amazing digital music and video with the Intel Pentium 4 processor, the center of your digital world.
Alright, we're back. We're coming to the green flag. We've got that. I think they had to re-choose or something, but we've got it figured out. We're coming to the green flag here on GGR TV. The 6th car leads them to the restart zone. Chase Gibbons is in 2nd on the inside.
Certainly going to be interesting because we're going to have 18 laps of green. You could stretch it. You really could stretch it.
Oh.
Hello, John Mulder. Green flag's off and away, and
the 6th fired off early, I believe. He got an insane restart.
He fired off when he wanted to, my goodness, and he's going to either learn his lesson or... Yeah, he's got no help.
They're lining up on the bottom. He is getting freight train.
That is the first race lesson right there that he's going to learn.
Visco
Freight train, and now we have Hunter Collier, Chase Gibbons, Christian Visconti, your top 3.
Visco's got JB right behind him. I don't know who's in the 0. I think it's James USA. Yeah, it is. I see his short little name on the back windshield. Hunter Collier leads him back to the line. Everyone's ditching Visco. What's happening there? That's weird.
He's got help behind him right there, and it looks like the 33 had no help going into the corner right there. As the bottom line prevails for now. I mean, I think that's going to be the story of how the night's going to go so far. Everybody's going to be going to want to be on the bottom. I can't speak.
It's all good.
Ethan, go ahead.
Yeah, the bottom in these kind of situations is going to be, if they're lined up on the bottom, you're just not going to be able to beat it. Maybe a two-car tandem can get a really good run, but when they're lined up like this, you're going to have a lot of help to start making moves. And right now, it just looks like everyone's ready, just trying to settle in, and I'm going to assume they're all just thinking about getting to that next pit stop, which should be somewhere around, I want to say lap 35, 40 probably, almost lap 40, but somewhere between 35 and 40.
I would say the benefit here would be short pitting if you're somebody like Christian Visconti.
Absolutely.
Like, I know it's going to be a cat and mouse game of like, okay, who's going to pit first? But if it's like lap 36, 37, I'm pitting, even if I'm in the lead. Like, I got
Chase Gibbons out. He's got help from Jonathan Maynard on that outside lane. Hunter Collier pulls up to block him.
I definitely think that this is going to be the type of race where you're going to see people start to short pit. There's
Marcus coming back up. He's getting loose.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how he's not dead, but he's here.
Paul Granado, we haven't talked about him all race, and typically at a plate track, that's a good thing if you're Paul Granado. He is sitting there now in 5th place. Look at him go.
Jonathan Maynard up to P3. He's doing really good. He's got Chase Gibbons behind him. Not anymore. Maynard's pushing Visco. If I was Jonathan Maynard, I would stay glued to the back bumper of Christian Visconti because you know if you follow him, you're going somewhere good. Well, he couldn't follow him there, but... Oh, he threw a mean block on Chase Gibbons. I think he got some damage. Maynard hit the apron.
If I'm Maynard, I'm going to be that person that I'm talking about, pitting on lap 37, 38. Drag everybody else in the pit road with you. Make them come down pit road.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. If it's going to be a hard sell, but if you can convince, they're racing hard for the lead. But if you can convince enough people to come down, like early enough, even as you could pit on lap 30, and you'd be set, even with some overtime, I think. If you could convince a big enough group of people to come down on lap 30, I think that'd be the move, honestly, because you can get out of this pack. You can get out of this pack and run as fast as you want, just wide open. I think you'd gain time.
That's entirely possible, and we're getting squirrely up here. Paul Granada made a bold move going to the lead into turn number 1.
A lot of aggressive drivers up front. Paul Granada, Christian Visconti. Jonathan Maynard is aggressive, he just never gets to show it. Hunter Collier, Jason Marshall, Logan Shore. Actually, a lot of these people are really aggressive. So, this could be a recipe for disaster, but right now it's a recipe for entertainment.
Very aggressive, but also very calculated, especially with the Viscontis, the Hiders, the Colliers. Those guys know when to place their truck at the right or wrong time. Granada tends to do it. He just ends up backfiring on him. He places it in the right place just at the wrong time. I feel like he always has the right intentions of what move he's going to make.
Paul Granada made a dive. Jason Marshall, that was scary too.
Jason Marshall going right with him with a bold move, nearly wrecking Bomar there, but Granada back to
the Hunter Collier got net-coated! We're losing the field again, but Hunter Collier got net-coated.
Christian Visconti. Oh, look, I think Chase Gibbons just hit the pit wall, and we're still green.
We're still green.
Admin did throw a yellow for that one. That is atrocious right there. iRacing did not call that.
Well, they started smoking. We got a little laggy, but I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. Let me see if I can find.
Oh, we're getting dicey up front. Hit the wall there. Jason Marshall did.
I got tandem. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to go back and look at a replay of it. But Jonathan Maynard and Paul Granada, and then Logan Shore and Jason Marshall. 2-car tandems up front for the lead as Visco's out of the race. He's done. Hunter Collier. I don't know what happened there. Let's go see if we can get a view of it. Oh. Looks like, oh my gosh, a major case of netcode. He gets into Visco and Chase. That's Visco in the pit wall. So it was
Oh,
really
was
Visco was the only one that actually wrecked. I mean, Chase and Hunter got some damage, but that was only a 3-truck incident somehow.
That's impressive. Wow. Maybe I was right to that. Maybe they were right to call no yellow. Oh my goodness, they're duking it out here. I mean, we have a battle of storylines right here. Jonathan Maynard, winless in all XASCAR series. He's looking for his first win. Jason Marshall,
The
I would
field
say,
caught back up.
Jason Marshall really he hasn't had a chance to show it. Christian Visconti on the horn. Christian Visconti.
Christian Visconti
How's
on the
it going?
horn. What's your opinion? What happened there? It looks like Hunter Collier got a major piece of net code and just spun out in front of you. Looks like he blew a tire, honestly.
I want to give a big shout out to iRacing. And the fact that two people racing on Ethernet could have netcode to that extent, like that was actually impressive. I want to give another shout out to iRacing. I had 51 minutes of required, which is the most I've seen personally.
Well, you did crash really hard and then hit the pit wall, so I'm sure your engine is actually out of the ballpark. As
I'm pretty
Jonathan
sure
Maynard getting shucked out.
I'm going to give parts of my engine away to the fans in goodie bags.
Christian Visconti, now that you're out of the race, would you like to join us in the booth?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know how Brad's still going. He ran, well, I say ran over. He hit me down into pit road. I'm shocked he's still
Well, we're
trucking.
not going to worry about it. It looks like we're just going to assume, we're going to say Hunter Collier blew a tire. It was a tire failure at 230 miles an hour. How fast are you going in the draft, by the way?
Too fast. We got to slow these cars down, man. You know, it's just, you know, it's unsafe racing
Okay, I need a number.
Fucking 330. Sorry, Alfred. 220.
We don't support that language.
Ow.
Christian Visconti. Now animated after being involved in that wreck, he's now in the booth.
Man, I thought I would win that thing too. I was up there.
You were doing
What a
good,
shame.
but that's
Yeah.
how it falls. Brandon
They knew I was
Thomas
there.
is not the leader, and it keeps showing him as the leader on my thing, and I don't know why. He needs to go away.
I got a question for you, Ethan Harrison.
Yeah.
Will I ever win again?
No, I have a question for you, Christian Visconti. Why does my computer suck?
I don't know. I should have stayed in the session, but now I'm watching this stream.
I'm almost.
That's James Bomar.
Oh, some lap cars right there.
We got some people pitting.
Yeah, are they?
No, they pitted.
Really? See, there's the strategy right there. I think those 3 trucks right there, if they can get up to speed and start going, I think they'll probably be ahead of this pack. But
It's gonna be really interesting. I was about to mention earlier, Connor Trafari had a lot of damage on his rear bumper, and I know it's from the earlier incident, but probably also from the 0Xs of being pushed. The second he had 0 help, he fell like a rock, and now he's way back there. And he was decently in that main pack that was catching back up to everybody else.
Connor Trafari is indeed 10 laps down.
That is true, but he was in the main pack, and that kind of proves.
James Bomar's a lap down. He's trying to get his lap back the hard way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a slow track is.
Oscar
I almost
Enriquez.
run into him. Jonathan Maynard is still up in that high lane pushing Paul Granada. He's fighting hard. He's got something to prove today. He's been doing pretty good.
He was on IR, but then he got cleared, and now he's back. Jonathan Maynard looking for redemption.
So we got some
here.
pitters.
Got some pitters. Lap 35.
Chris Lee Designs crew, it looks like.
Very, very interesting that, I mean, they're going to be the one that dragged everybody to pit road, and I think these guys are going to be the ones that are out front. Marcus Vanderlee, after causing nearly half the field to wreck on lap number 1, is probably going to end up in probably the best position here, I would say. Brad Sawinski lost the draft a little bit, but you can see when you're just flat out, you can gain a lot.
These guys are getting single file. I think they should be coming down here this time. This should be the last group that comes down. You see that group back there was the group that already pit those 3 trucks, and they have not gained on this pack. So I don't know if it's going to work out for them. Maynard's slowing down a lot. He's
Out par for the course.
These guys are staying out. Maynard's pitting.
Maynard pitting by himself, which is very strange.
I mean, it's a safe strategy, but he's probably going to lose the draft. Vanderlee. Yikes. There's a lot of those trucks, a couple of those trucks coming out of pit road. Aiden Walker, Xander McKinney.
Where's Jay Mulder? He was my corporate teammate for this race.
I don't know where Jay. He's coming off pit
There's
road.
Jay Mulder. He's probably leading.
In your own world.
Nah, he's leading.
See, the leader's coming up to lap those couple of trucks.
Now
Now
here
they're
they come.
diving into the pit lane. Hot pit for Logan Shore. Oh, I don't know if he. Oh, it looks like he might.
Nah, the cone's way down there.
Yeah,
He's
the
probably
cone is way down there.
That threw me off when I pit. I let him down the first time. That was not good.
We mentioned that at the start of the broadcast too.
I still don't know why it's showing Brandon Thomas as P1 on my board, but he's gonna be.
Well, it's not. It's James USA.
Yeah.
A win for him is a win for America.
James USA.
Everybody gets a free taco.
See, there's that group right there that pit early. So.
Oh.
Race off pit road.
This could be the virtual race for the lead, man.
See, Paul Granada's going into turn 1. Where's AJ Hyder? Oh, he's coming with a head of steam
He's
down the
gonna
front
eat his
stretch.
lunch.
See those
It's not
guys?
even gonna be close.
It's very hard to get speed up, especially on that especially on the apron with
Yeah, it is
essentially
tight down
zero
there.
banking.
Almost negative banking.
Yeah, it's like an opposite camber almost. By what it looks like. I'll stop talking.
There's John Mulder. There's Brett Sawinski. See, there's Paul and
Ryan came.
It might have worked out for them. Maybe.
They should be able to catch up to the draft, but they're going to get blown by these guys.
True. But like James USA in the lead. By nature of how this pit cycle works out, if they decide to play nice and work with each other, they would be able to gain on the front people. But evidently not, as iRacers do. They will go 3 wide and pass.
The leader, virtual leader, is Jason Marshall. He's by himself. They're gonna catch him no matter what they decide to do. He's right there in the frame.
Virtual leader, Jason Marshall is the actual leader, I think, because
Logan
Shore has pit.
Oh man, yeah, there he
Oscar
is.
Enriquez has not pit. That is the last truck to not pit. So this is the battle. Well, I don't know where Oscar. I think he's pit. I don't know what's going on.
He definitely has pit.
Yeah, this is the leaders.
3 to go here. James USA really stretching out his tank. He's right there up in front of him.
Nope.
I lied. That is
to go. No, 3 to go?
That is Josh Patterson. It's already been 3 laps to go because James USA is half a track in front.
There's James USA.
There you go.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
There are the leaders.
Yeah.
AJ Hyder's trying to get that high line to work with Paul Granada.
Someone dumb's gonna win this race.
How did Maynard shuffle out in all of this? If you don't mind?
He is back in 17th.
That is unfortunate.
Wow.
I mean, wow.
Pit crew let him down.
Pitted by himself. That's a death wish.
Xander
Two to go.
to the outside.
Uh-oh.
Marshall.
Below the yellow line.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but Marshall
Remember,
ditched
no out of
him.
bounds.
AJ Hyder making moves back there. 2 laps to go. James Bomar is not on the lead lap, I don't think. Maybe he is. Maybe he got back on the lead lap. Oh, Paul Granada. Almost into the 96. He's ditching that top lane. Oh, no.
It's going to be very interesting to see as the aliens have come back. We already see people starting to back up their runs. I don't know if that's intentional or not. As Josh Patterson in the 97, they are lapped down.
The 3 and the 95 on the top, they're bumper to bumper. They are corporate teammates, so watch the 95 might not try and ditch the 3. They should get a run, but there's a lot of lap traffic coming up as we're hitting the white flag.
White flag here at iRacing SuperSpeedway. James Bomar takes the lead as we have a gaggle of lap cars. Whoa, this isn't going to work, guys.
Oh, air right trip of the feds gets him. Oh, where he's going?
McKinney, he took the white flag first. He is nowhere to be seen. He's
Yeah,
gone.
he is. Yeah.
AJ Hyder lined up behind Bomar.
Yeah, I don't want to be anyone up in the top 5 right here. This is not going to be pretty off 4.
White flag and immediately went to the shadow realm as everybody else
They're
is.
wrecking, so my computer's exploding.
It's a drag race down into 3 wherever they
AJ
are.
Hyder is there somewhere.
Oh,
we're coming to the line. James Jason Marshall gets it in a photo finish. Oh my God, there's a blowover.
Mr. Restrictor Plate wins again. He won at Daytona. He
Well,
wins at the Eco.
I was right about my prediction. We just couldn't see it. I don't know what's going on, man. They wrecked on the first lap and I had 0 issues, but then the next time they wrecked is when I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it is. But it's funny, whatever it is. I bet Sarah Stone in chat is probably very happy after that one.
Big winner.
Oh gosh.
Jason Gallagher win. That means kids eat free at the next Patriots home game. Limited supplies may oblige. Text Robert Kraft to win your free kids meal.
I thought it was a free massage.
He's not allowed to give those out anymore.
Well, he's burning it down. We're gonna get everyone in here for an interview. All the corporate teammates burning it down. Let's see if we can get him in the booth. Alright. Follow me. Oops. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Your winner, Jason Marshall. Let's get him in here.
It's so late.
Jason Marshall, you're in the GGR TV booth. You are the winner of the Smoky Mountain Truck Series at iRacing SuperSpeedway.
You
Why
are
don't
the
you
winner.
run us through that? How'd that go and how'd you get it? Because we didn't see it.
Good. Oh gosh, did the replay cut out?
Maybe.
Oh gosh.
The
Well,
alien came back.
yeah, that was a crazy last lap. We had AJ and Bomar on the bottom there. Sorry, this is just, oh my god, that was crazy. But they were redlining on the bottom, coming into 3 and 4, and they got separated there. And Logan, bless him, I love him, but he almost spun me multiple times, and I was honestly scared for my life. But he hung with me, and we executed. And once I saw that it got broke up off of 4, I knew we had it. But honestly, what a crazy race. I was watching the first wreck replay and I ended up going a lap down, so that was fun. But once we got back on the lead lap, I felt like me and the guys executed really well. We were able to work together really well. And yeah, I wish y'all would have saw it. It was nuts. I don't even know how I'm
Saw
talking
some of
about
it. I have a general idea of what happened. I don't know what it is, but I guess when someone spins out on the last lap, my computer bursts into flames. But is there anyone you want to thank? Is there anything you want to say to Sarah Stone?
Sarah Stone, is she watching?
She's in the chat.
Oh, hello, babe. We won. Yeah, that was crazy. So I'm glad we did it.
That's Jason Marshall.
Win 100. Let's go.
Next up, we're gonna get Logan Shore in here.
Sarah Stone in chat said that Sarah Stone in chat is very happy.
All right. Well, let's see. Logan Shore, you were in the GGR TV booth. You finished second in today's Smoky Mountain Truck Series race, the XASCAR. How did you get there, and what was your plan in this race?
It was a lot of seeing my boy Jason Marshall's in our rear, I should say. I think I almost turned him a couple times on that last couple laps there, but luckily the pit strategy I think helped us at the end, kind of going off by ourselves and then coming back out in front of everybody and then just kind of sticking together against everybody else, and luckily teamwork prevailed.
Did that first yellow that happened basically on lap one, did that affect your strategy at all? We were saying that the race was effectively going to be split 15 laps, then 30 laps. Did that affect your strategy at all, or were you just kind of just going with the flow of the race?
With these things, I mean, I'm in a lot of like SuperSpeedway races, so I kind of just go with the flow most of the time. I mean, sometimes I'll run in the back, but this one I just said, screw it. I'm not racing a lot of these, and I'm nowhere near the points. So I'm just here for fun and helping out my boys. So it was, I mean, I got lucky with that first track. I think I was going right through the middle of it, so seas kind of parted there. But other than that, it was just kind of, if you stay out in front of it, hopefully, I mean, most of the time everybody up front was pretty clean. So as long as I stayed out in front of everybody, it was smooth sailing. So.
Well, is there anyone you want to thank before we head on out of here?
I just want to thank the sponsors, Anderson University, the Trojans. So they always ride on my truck. So, that's the school I go to. But other than that, gotta thank the teammates. Well, not really teammates, but alliances, I guess. So
corporate teammates.
Yeah, there you go. So they always keep it fun in there in the group chat and the VR chat or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, yeah, those guys, and then of course just y'all for putting this on.
Well, we appreciate you being here, and good luck next week.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, Bomar has left the waiting room, so hold on. Oh, he's back. He's back. Oh, Jace Bomar, you
Hello.
are in the GGR TV booth, and you finished third in today's race after I think you got passed on the last lap. So why don't you give us the rundown on what happened there?
So, want to hear something funny how I got into that situation? So when Hunter, where it should have been a yellow, I got sent down pit road and I slowed down in time to get black flag and things. So I took fuel there to make it to the end, and I came out by myself, and I ended up just leading the main pack by as a lap car. And I guess it ended up pretty well. I came out with everybody else and was able to make my way up to the front.
That's genuinely impressive, because we were wondering why you were a lap down and then suddenly you weren't. That is impressive. Very good luck for you.
So you got sent down pit road at full speed, so you just decided to pit.
I got sent down pit road. I got slowed down enough. I made speed limit. I didn't speed or anything, but I got sent down pit road and was able to do that. Just take gas and then leave and be fine.
Well, it certainly almost worked out for you.
Yeah.
Was there anything else? I don't know. How that first lap incident? Were you close to that? I don't remember.
I was right in the middle of it. And I was in the middle of the pack, and I slammed the brakes in the middle of the pack, and absolutely nobody hit me. I was impressed with that.
Well, is there anyone you want to thank before we get on out here and start to close out this broadcast?
Thanks to my team, and thanks for Marcus Vanderlee for being a terrorist and killing half the field.
You will have that. All right, that's James Bomar. See you next week. Well, Tyson, we've had another eventful race with a finish ruined by my doo-doo fart computer. Debating on hanging up the headset. What do you think?
I think that this booth is quite fun, and I enjoy it, and I think that we should keep it around. But it was an enjoyable race. I honestly thought that this was one of the, this was one of the enjoyable races that we had. I thought that we had some good racing, good strategy, some wrecks, some XASCAR incidents that normally happen. But at the end of the day, that is iRacing, and we saw the most egregious incident of netcode that I think I've ever seen. I don't think that'll be topped. And if that doesn't sum up XASCAR this season, I don't know what does. So great race. Great racing. Glad that we had lovely supporters in the chat. Sponsor supporters, partner supporters, everybody. Glad to see that people are enjoying these streams. Hopefully my stuttering wasn't terrible today. It was very bad
if you're in
today.
the chat, give us some love. We appreciate you coming out. Hopefully we can keep doing this.
If you donate money, Ethan can get a new computer.
Well, I don't need a new computer. I just gotta figure out why it's been weird only these last 2 races. But we do have some special events coming up on May 18th. May 18th, we have the 3rd annual GGR Indy 250. That won't be me and Tyson in the booth. It will be me and not me. It'll be Chase Gibbons and someone else, whoever he finds. But we're still working on getting that organized. But it should be live on GGR TV. It's a Saturday night, so it should be some fun racing. Racing for $100 purse, $50 to win. So should be a fun night. We've done this event for 2 years now. But hopefully y'all come out and watch because it'll be a big one, our biggest of the year.
It's always a fun event. I enjoy racing it. I wish I was able to race it this year, but unfortunately, I will be on hotel Wi-Fi, and I will lag so badly that I will be in Dayton, Ohio.
You could be in the booth though, possibly. Tyson Gifford may
Potentially, you never know.
Well, that's gonna be it for us. Thank you guys for coming out, and it's been good. See ya.